Hi, it's a Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. Let's do a purchase or pass, a will I buy it, a new makeup releases, see what's out there and what is actually exciting and what's like, wait, what? I feel like there's always a lot of that. I would also love to know, and let me know in the comment section, if you're planning on picking up any of the products that I mentioned, or if there's other stuff that I've missed that you're like, you know what you don't want to miss out on, let me know what it is in the comment section below. All right, I'm going to start. First thing I see is new from NYX. This is their Wonder Snatch Concealer. It's available now. It covers, conceals, sculpts, and snatches. I don't know what they mean by that, but it's a buildable formula that offers a matte full coverage finish. It has peptides known for collagen support, up to 24-hour wear and 24-hour hydration. It's waterproof, fade, transfer resistant, comes in 30 shades. Well, I like that they have 30 shades of it. I don't know that I'm very excited about a release from NYX. I don't know what it is. Me and NYX, we've just not been besties for a long time. I was never really the NYX girl when everybody was loving and using NYX. And I feel like the drugstore has come a long way with a lot of other options. Are some of them NYX options? Yes. But I don't really feel like there's been anything that has really... You know, a lot of people love the Buttermelt bronzers and the Buttermelt blushes and highlights. And are they good? Yeah, but they haven't captured my imagination the way some other products have. So I just feel like it's been a while since I personally have had a hit from NYX. I think the last thing was the Bare With Me concealer that I really loved. And I still have and I still use, but not that much. I feel like NYX and me, we've kind of parted ways. So I'm glad to see this. This is probably going to be great for people who are looking for an affordable option for a concealer at the drugstore because it's $7.99. I just don't know that it's for me. Now, something that is for me, I'm very excited to see is there is a new product launching this fall from Dior. This image that I'm going to show you shows a quint from Dior, from the Miss Dior line. Okay, whatever. I'm not excited about that. But it's these new lip products. They have their Rouge Dior Slim Lipstick. It has vibrant color, smooth texture, a shiny finish. It's supposed to be lightweight and long wearing, all in a slim packaging. And there are 9 shades, everything from nudes to reds. And I'm looking at this going, yeah, that looks delicious. It looks like something I can't wait to try. So I'm really hoping that these are going to be coming soon this fall. I think some of these things are already available in Asia. And I kind of get a little frustrated when instead of having a worldwide release, they will, release in Asia and then in Europe. And then, months and months later in the US, I get frustrated by that. But I will tell you that that is one of those things that, NYX doesn't excite me. This new Dior lipstick formula, that one really does. Here's something that's coming to the drugstore that actually kind of caught my attention, and it's new from L'Oreal. And this is their Infallible Face Sculptor. I think this is available in Europe right now. I don't know when it'll be available in the United States. It's a stick that effortlessly defines and sculpts the features, and it lasts up to 24 hours. They're talking about it being perfect for on-the-go touch-ups, but I'm thinking, how often do I ever take anything more than a lip product or powder with me for touch-ups? Like, I don't usually take contouring products with me. I don't care how convenient it is for on the go. I'm not that girl. I want to control shine, and I want my lip color to stay on, and I don't worry about the rest of my face. I put it on and I live my day. Some people don't, I know that for sure, but this is one of those, especially if it's got 24-hour wear. I don't know why you would need to touch it up, but looks like it's currently available in Europe for £12, in the UK, and it looks like there are 7 different shades from fair all the way to dark. That looks interesting. Okay, this is already available. This is new from Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay Naked Shaped eyeshadow palettes. There's 2 of them. There's a cool version and a warm version. Now, I looked at these, and the minute I saw the Naked Shaped, I was like, ooh, Naked palettes. There's some good memories for me because I had the original Naked palette and I had the Naked 3. And I really loved them, and I used them so much, and they were fabulous. And I remember lending one out to a friend when she was getting married for her like bridal look. And I really, really remember loving the Naked palettes, but they were good for the time. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been in an Urban Decay eyeshadow palette to know whether the formula kind of holds up against the rest of the market, because makeup has come so far in the last decade, and it's been a while since I was obsessed with the Naked palettes. So this is interesting. This is not an instant buy for me, especially not at $56. This is something that I would like to see in store. I'd like to swatch, but it's already available. I'd be really curious to know, is this talking to you? Is this like calling your name? Because the color stories, the cool and the warm color stories, I like that they're doing that. I feel like they're giving us a variety of finishes. I think some of the problems with the old palettes, there weren't that many mattes. There were a lot of metallic shades, but not a lot of mattes. And here we're getting a variety of like toppers, metallics, mattes, like the whole shebang. We're getting a wide range of things, and I think that's really smart. I would be curious to know if you're planning on picking this up. I'm probably going to skip this, but I would be interested to see it in store. Okay, here's something else I'm likely to skip, but when I saw, it made me go, and I think a lot of it is just the marketing photos are beautiful. And this is the new fall collection from Hermes. And oh my goodness, just the packaging with the square and the round detail on the limited edition packaging is so beautiful. The nail polishes that are stacked up in those beautiful fall shades, like that mustard color and the berry and that really deep kind of moody green. I don't know. Eyeshadow wise, this is definitely not for me. There's too much of a violet and a blue lean to this for me to feel comfortable purchasing it. But I feel like the lipsticks are lovely. Now, do I need another lipstick? No. No. But this is one where, I don't know. I would love to have one just to, but I have an Hermes lipstick somewhere. Somewhere around here I have one. Yeah, maybe what I need to do is reach for this one more. And this is in a shade that I really, really love. It's a beautiful red. But when I saw the collection, just the photo of it just made me kind of catch my breath and go, oh. Okay, here's one when I saw it, I was like, what? So there is a collaboration between Laneige and Baskin-Robbins, and they're putting out a lip sleeping mask in Rainbow Sherbet. Now, I used to love Rainbow Sherbet when I was a kid because I felt like I was getting 3 flavors in one. But the truth is, I don't really know that this is what I was expecting, especially when you swirl all the colors together in the pot. And I know it's supposed to look like the sherbet, and it certainly does. I'm sure it smells like it too, but I don't know that this is something that we needed. Now, it could be that it's been a while since I've had a Laneige lip sleeping mask. I used to go through jars and jars of them. Like, always had one, always had a backup of one. And when I finished my last backup, I was like, do I need to get another? And it's been a minute since I've had one. And so maybe I've just fallen out of love with it. Is it a good product? Yeah. But I saw this and I was like, really? Baskin-Robbins? Here's another product that I was like, oh no, another collab, just not for me. And this is not because I don't love the product, because you know I love me my Glossier balm.com. Love the balm.com. But they have a collaboration with Magnolia Bakery, and they put out a flavor in banana pudding. Now, I don't like bananas. I don't know if that's controversial to say. I just don't like it. And the smell of bananas makes me kind of sick. Oh, I won't go into it. So the smell of it just, I couldn't at all. But I was kind of thinking, if you're going to do a yellow balm, do a lemon. Do a lemon. Oh my goodness. But I know citrus is everywhere. Everybody loves citrus things, and banana is a little bit cooler, and you get to partner with Magnolia Bakery, and everybody loves the banana pudding. But honestly, this one's not for me. The one thing I do, and I'm like, maybe I need to go online and buy it, is they have like a little bag charm that you can attach to your bag that has some bananas on it, and like a Glossier charm, and then a metal cap for the balm.com, so you can screw your balm.com on there and take it with you as a bag charm. And I don't need a bag charm, and I'm not a bag charm kind of girl, but that just really made me go, oh, how cute is that? Maybe that's what I should get from this summer collection. But I saw this and I was like, nope, that's a no. Here's something else that I saw and I was like, Man, a lot of stuff that is just not made for me. And I think this is because the colors are too bright. But there is a new color wash long wear blush from Victoria Beckham. And it's supposed to be watercolor inspired shades. And it's a skin loving formula. It soaks into a skin tint that gives a diffused bloom of color, and it looks like it's naturally rising from within. And so this new liquid blush offers you plenty of time to get it where you want it and to blend it in. And I hope that would be true, because me and stains, it's like if I'm wearing like Benetint or the Etude House water tint, it's like I get it on there and before I'm done blending, it's dry, and then I'm stuck with that and I can't. I won't. So I like it. I've heard that these give you plenty of playtime, plenty of blend time. But I don't know. I was looking at the colors, and the colors are just, they're made for someone with richer skin than I have. And if they work for you, perfect. But I don't know that any of these colors would work really well for me, because there's like a bright strawberry color, a deep berry color, and what looks like almost like a corally orange, like vibrant shades. So this is a no for me. First of all, being a stain. Second of all, the colors are too intense. But I don't know. $46 is a lot for me to go, well, let's just see. Remember how I mentioned I wish that Glossier would come out with a lemon balm.com? You know who did? Not a balm.com, but a lip peptide treatment from Rhode. Their new lemon teeny. Oh my goodness. It sounds amazing. Amazing. And I'm like this close to buying it. Do I need another lip balm in a tube? No, not by any stretch of the imagination, but this is one of those that I might actually try. The one thing that's kind of keeping me from like instantly getting it, I remember reading somewhere that they changed the formula. The peptide lip treatment used to have problems with the waxes in there balling up, and it would feel gritty on the lips. And so they changed the formula. So now I'm wondering, is the reformulation as good? Is it as hydrating? Were they trying to fix a problem, but they ruined the formula and for what it was doing for the lips? Because so many people swear by it. I don't know. I'm very, very curious about this. They do have some new colors of their pocket blushes that are out in their summer collection as well. Less interested in that, more interested in the Lemon Teeny Rhode Peptide Lip Mask. But let me know what your thoughts are. If you've tried the new reformulation and you've had like older versions, what are your thoughts? Okay, this was interesting because this means that we're getting more K-beauty, because Beauty of Joseon is coming to Sephora. I think that's really cool. And right now you're able to get a lot of their skincare and of course their really famous SPF. One thing to keep in mind is the SPF that they sell in the US, that they're allowed to sell, is different formulation from what you would get overseas. If you were in Asia, you would get a completely different, a little bit more cosmetically elegant, better sunscreen filters. Things that are available in Asia are not available sunscreen wise here in the US. So when you go into the store, you think you're getting that viral SPF 50 that everybody like is oohing and eyeing over. It is SPF 50, but they're not the same sun filters that you can use in other parts of the world. We're just not there yet here in the United States. We haven't approved them for use. So it's a different formula. It's probably not as cosmetically elegant, but I've seen some good reviews. Just something to keep in mind if you happen to see it in store at Sephora. Okay, I saw this and I was like, oh, maybe this is the one. I have never picked up a mini palette from Natasha Denona. And I know it's silly to say that because I really like her formula, but I'm very picky with the color stories that I allow in my massive eyeshadow collection. And when I saw this mini gloom, I was like, man, these colors are so beautiful. But then I looked at it again with 5 shades in a palette. I'd want to make sure that every single one of them was going to get used. And there is that one kind of green shade, that darker green and verdant. I was like, that'd be the one I wouldn't use. I like most of the rest of the shades, and I love this color story. I think it's so beautiful, and I'm sure it's going to be beautiful on so many people, but I just don't know that this is the color palette for me. Now, here's something that I saw, and I was like, really, I'm always rooting for some of these kind of older classic brands to bring it. And when I saw there was something new from Stila, I was like, oh, great, what is it? And then when I saw what it was, I was like, this is it. So there is a new Pocket Play eyeshadow palette. I know they came out with Inkwell liquid liners. They have some other things that are new. And I I'm just not excited. I'm not excited. So this says one palette, unlimited looks. And I'm like, unlimited looks with 5 shades that are all rosy peaches? No, you're going to get one look from that palette. Anyway, okay, let me just tell you the description of it. It's supposed to be silky powder shadows that offer many ways to play for unlimited eye looks. Highlighting, contouring, effortless, versatile, portable. Pop it in your pocket for on-the-go looks and touch-ups. Now, if I have to touch up my eyeshadow midday, we have a problem with the formula, okay? I want my eyeshadow to go on and to wear all through my workday and even into the evening. And I feel like, yes, it is small. Yes, it is portable, but why do I need to take it with me, Stila? I don't know. I want to root for Stila because there were so many times there are products that they made, like their Stila liquid eyeliner that everybody swore by, or their liquid lipsticks when, like, at the very beginning of the liquid lipstick craze when they had like one of the best formulas. I know things have changed so much. I just feel like Stila hasn't kept up. And if they're trying to break into the current mood, this is not going to do it. This is not enough. I don't know. I was very, very discouraged when I saw that. I was like, sorry, Stila. Now here's something that's interesting, and this is something I might pick up. It's not quite available yet. It'll be available on the 28th. NARS is coming out with what they're calling their multi-purpose stick. And I was like, wait, the multiple is back? Do you remember the multiple? I loved the multiple. I had several shades in that. And the one thing that I wished was that it would perform as well. Like, it performed great on my cheeks, but it looked kind of dry and patchy on the lips. And then when I put it on the lids, it creased. And so it didn't really work multiple places all day. You had to really kind of baby it. And it says that this is a multiple reimagined and all new formula featuring 12 vibrant, versatile shades. So that sounds exciting. And I'm hoping that this reformulation allows this multiple product or their multi-purpose stick to be used in the way that they had imagined it originally, where you can use it eyes, lips, cheeks, anywhere on your face. I'm really hoping that's what this is. And we'll have to see, but the colors look beautiful and it does look interesting. So when I saw this, all I could think of was dupe. And I'm not here for that. And of course it's Makeup Revolution. It's Revolution Beauty Bounce Blur Blush. And all I could think of was the rare soft matte bouncy blush. And I was like, that's what these are. Because listen to the description. Blur into blush with the Revolution Bouncy Blur Blush. Your mistake-proof makeup essential. Squishy, bouncy texture delivers a buildable and blurring blush look. I mean, could they have used any more of the same words used to describe the rare one? Now, I know this is not the first time we've seen kind of like a squishy, putty type blush. I know we used to have the ones from Maybelline like back in the day, and maybe you could even say the Super Shocks are kind of like this putty formula, but I don't really know that we needed this. I feel like they're trying to cash in on the virality of the matte bouncy blushes from Rare. So I'm happy to stick with my Rare blush that I really love. But I know that these are probably going to sell really well because they're only $10 a piece. Here's a lip product that I'm very interested in, and I don't have a single thing from this brand. So if you've ever shopped Phytoceutics, let me know what your experience has been, because I keep thinking I need to try some products from the brand, and they have a shade extension to what sounds like the ultimate lip balm. So this is their Calm Conditions lip balm, and they have new shades for summer. And this is not a limited edition thing. These are going to be additions to the permanent line, which I love. And this is supposed to be a My Lips But Better in tones that aren't too vivid or too saturated. And for someone who's fair, it's, you know, those really saturated, really vivid, and here I am wearing a bright lip, but sometimes it looks like it's popping off the skin. And I feel like that's what this lip is giving today. And I'm okay with that because I feel like it kind of matches what I was going for. But as I'm thinking about it, sometimes if this brand is known for making colors that look more like they're supposed to be on your skin, you know, like maybe they're part of your skin and not just on the skin, I would be really intrigued to try more. So let me know if you've tried anything from Phytoceutics, what your recommendations are. But this here's what it describes the texture as: a gelled wax that melts into a plush, grippy, cushiony layer that hugs the lips. Becomes one with the lips, so there's no distinct layer of pigment or stuff that sits on the lips. And it offers a hydrated luminosity without heavy, thick, or overly goopy. And I'm like, great. I don't want anything that's goopy or too much. So they say if you like hyper shiny and pigmented lip products, this is not it. So this is like that easy everyday lip balm. And the price is actually really great. The price is what, like $15.35? Yeah, I want to try it. So let me know if I make a purchase from Phytosurgeons, what else I should get. But that is definitely on my, ooh, that looks interesting. Okay, here's something else that when I saw it, all I could think of was a dupe. And it makes me sad. It's new from Philosophy. They have a new hair and body mist. They have a coconut crush, a vanilla hug, and a pistachio paradise. And all I could think of was, those look really big for Fleur. They look like Fleur packaging. And I know it says Philosophy right on the front, but they look just like Fleur. And I feel like they're trying to dupe that. And maybe, you know, I don't know. I feel like Philosophy has changed so much over the years. I remember when I was wearing Philosophy makeup. I remember when I was in my 20s showering every shower with a Philosophy shower gel and then coming out with their fragrance. And I loved that era of Philosophy. And now I'm looking at this and I'm like, really? I don't know about this. I don't know. So this just screamed dupe to me, so it kind of disappointed me. But if you're interested, they're $28 each. Another collaboration, and this is one where I kind of don't get it. It doesn't always make sense to me, but I'm obviously not the customer they're going after. It's a collaboration between NYX and the TV show on Netflix, Wednesday. So this new collaboration, they have a vault of blushes and contours. They have an eyeshadow palette. They have an ink liner. They've got some lip oils, but I'm just not excited about any of this. Okay, first thing is I'm looking at it here, the cheek products. I wish they would let us know if these are the buttermelt formula, because then you'd know you're dealing with something super pigmented, or whether this is just another NYX formula. I think they probably, you know, use something that was maybe a little bit less expensive in this collab, but the colors they're too much. And there's no way, if you're using like maybe one or two of the lighter shades of the contour, what are you going to do with those other two shades? You know, especially with the blushes, if you're using the deepest shades, what are you going to do with the lighter ones if they don't suit your skin tone? Duos would have made more sense, I think, like the light ones, the medium ones, the tan ones, and the deep ones. But maybe people aren't wanting those colors. Maybe they want more options. I don't know. The cheek products didn't make sense to me. I'm not here for the eyeshadow. That's not really my jam. It does look very much like the TV show Wednesday, which I do enjoy. But the lip products were kind of like the one thing I was like, oh, look, they've got a black lip oil. And it turns out it's pH adjusting. I was like, no, because sometimes a black lip product, like a sheer one, can help tone down like an overall vibrant lip. If something is too much, you can put that over it and just kind of dim it down a little bit. I love having things like that. The red is very pH adjusting. And then that classic pink look that you get from what's supposed to be a nude. It doesn't look anything like it. It definitely is a straight up pink, but I don't know. I'm not excited about this. I'm obviously not the customer, but yeah. So there's that from NYX. Here is something that kind of made me interested. I'm very intrigued. I haven't tried anything from Dibs Beauty, but they have a new mascara coming out. And I might be tempted if they had it in a travel size, and they might. But they have their double standard primer and mascara duo. It's the first of its kind brown tubing primer and black mascara duo. And if you're looking at the brushes on these, it looks like the primer side has what looks like a wand for length and definition, like to separate the lashes and to give them length. And then the side for the mascara looks like it has a very volumizing wand. And I'm wondering if both the mascara and the primer are both tubing formulas. I would really love that. This looks super intriguing to me. Last thing I have for you is new from Too Faced. This is their Cloud Crush Whipped Lip and Cheek Color. And it's something you can use both on your lips and your cheeks. It delivers hydration and buildable soft flush of color. And it wears for 12 hours. Again, something that just made me go, who asked for this? I feel like there's a lot of products out there where it's a 2-in-1 product. You can use it on your lips and your cheeks. I feel like this is probably going to be a better blush than it would be a lip product. Maybe I'm wrong. I know the new Charlotte Tilbury blushes were supposed to be for lips and cheeks, but I only use it on my cheeks. I feel like on my lips, it doesn't really wear that well. The formula doesn't sit well on my lips. But I really want when brands come out with it does this and this, for it to work well for both, not just for it to be like, well, you could use it, you know, off label as a lip product, but it's really a cheek product. I don't know. And when was the last time I was really excited by anything from Too Faced? I feel sad because that was another brand I used to have so much from them. So much. And I feel like they really left their mark on the makeup world. But that was more than a decade ago, and it's been kind of snoozy for a while from Too Faced. Thanks so much for watching today. That's all I have for you. It was kind of fun to go through, and I realized so much of this is just not calling my name. I know that we're going to start getting into fall releases and then later holiday stuff, and I think I might just save my coins for that because I picked up a few things here and there, but there's just not a lot that is just like pulling me in and I have to have. Let me know what your thoughts are if you're planning on picking up any of these things, or if there's something that I didn't mention that you're excited about. I'd love to hear about it. Thank you so much for making the time to watch today. I hope you have an incredible day, and I will see you again soon.